Abram was called to the land of Israel, the land of Canaan, he brought his wife and his herds, of course, but he also brought his nephew Lot. When they first came into the land, they had a famine, and they ran to Egypt. But when they got back, they tried to live together in the land, Abram lightly looking after Lot, trying to take care of him. But soon the herdsmen started to fight amongst themselves. They couldn't decide between Lot's herdsmen and Abram's herdsmen who should get the land, whose herds had the right to the grass that was there. Abram wanted to bring a peaceful solution to this problem. God called Abram to this land, but Abram was humble. He was going to let Lot have first choice. Now, Abram wasn't simply going to walk away and leave the land to Lot. He was also going to be fair. He told Lot to go one way, to choose land in one direction, and he would go the other way. When we get into a disagreement with others, we should try to find a peaceful solution. Be humble and patient, not thinking only of ourselves, but also of the other person. God wants us to be loving and kind to each other. And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar. Then Lot chose him all the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated themselves the one from the other. They had just come from Egypt, so Lot probably saw the good lands that were in Egypt, and it reminded him of the good lands he saw before him. So he chose the lands, he saw they were good, and he chose them and went there. But there was a problem. There was a very wicked city near that land, called Sodom. When we get near sin, it usually leads to temptation. What about Abram? He didn't get the best land. Lot chose that. So what was left to him? And he brought him forth abroad, that being God, to Abraham, and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. At this time, Abram was very old. It was not likely that he would have children. But God was telling him, Look at the stars. That is going to be like your children. You will be the father of a nation, of many people. And Abram fell on his face, and God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee. Abram means exalted father, someone who is respected in the family. Abraham means a father of many. God was emphasizing to Abram that his plan was going to be to make him a nation. He was giving him a reminder with this name change that he wasn't just going to be a father of a family. He would have many children. And God said unto Abraham, As for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her, and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. God didn't stop with Abraham. He went to Sarai, and he changed her name to Sarah. Sarai means my princess. Though princess, we think of a kingdom, my princess was a very personal name. It meant a mother of a family. It meant very personally, not something great or grand as a nation. But Sarah did not have that restriction. That name meant a princess of many, or a mother of many. She was going to be the mother of kings, not just the mother of one family. God was going to use Abraham and Sarah to become the beginning of his nation. Abraham continued to have faith in God. God had changed their names to help remind them that he had made this promise and he would keep it. When a disagreement came, Abraham didn't start to doubt that God was going to give him this land, but he felt safe and secure in God's promise, and he was able to deal fairly and patiently with Lot. When we have faith in God, we can become patient and humble with others. God has promised us many things. He has promised to take care of us and to one day take us home to heaven. Even though it might take a while, God will fulfill his promises.